Nah, man, but though we getting it in today, man. We got this last story today, man, as we come down, to the end of the program, episode 309. If you enjoy what you're listening to today, man, smash that 5-star rating. And don't forget to subscribe to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. All right, 50 Cent was doing an interview with Complex today, Sam, man. And he walked out of the interview when the individual pretty much started talking or asked him about his buddy, French Montana. I'll play a small clip and we'll talk about this.
Because you're driven, they have a low attention span. And got next to the right things and did the right things at the right time.
For sure. 50, I guess I'll get you out on this. It seems as though it all started with playful banter. It still seems that way to me, but what's up with French? Are you guys cool? Are you not cool?
I don't really have interest in it. Like, there's not much going on.
There was rumors that you snuffed him in a club in Miami or something. Is there any truth to any of that?
No, there's no truth to that.
Okay.
Would I do a thing like that?
I don't know, Phil. I wouldn't put it past you.
Why would you think that way? Would you think Will Smith would do that? I can't believe you would say these things about me.
I'm not saying them about you. The internet said these things.
Would you? I think this guy right here would have sold French Montana.
But this would not so French Montana.
Not me, no. Can you?
Okay. All right, now this interview was done via Complex, and he was getting up, he was leaving. I don't know if it was the end of the interview or he didn't like the way that this guy asked the police like question, to him. I mean, that's all. I ain't gonna say, we all know that people ask police questions.
Yeah.
What do you think? Was that a police question or what? That's your boy.
That's your boy. Police questions? Nah, I wouldn't say it was police. I think 50.
He asked, hold on, wait, before you go.
Yeah.
He asked him, did he assault somebody? That's what he asked him.
I mean, well, yeah.
Would you ask him that?
Hell no.
Exactly.
Never. But I'm not complex in the culture. Put it that
way. Oh, damn. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So I would not ask him that. That wouldn't be first on my mind to ask him anything about that. He got a lot of great things going on. I don't care what his little bromance or beef or whatever you want to call him and French are doing. How many times have we talked about it on this platform? That'll go to show you how much we care about it. I don't think we talked about it once.
No, I think the dude was doing it. I don't think he meant any malice, but he said the internet was talking about it. He asked him like on the way out the question, but it just came off the wrong way. And I think 50 took it that way. He was like, these dudes asking me, should I put my hands, on somebody? You know what I mean? That's pretty crazy at the end of the day. So
you asked Will Smith that question?
And when you see it, though, it's not going to look like you think it's going to look, though. He's kind of smiling.
He's 50.
Yeah, so it's just like you got to just kind of read between the lines on it. You know what I mean? But I don't think, again, the interviewer, I don't think that he meant any malice by it. He was just trying to, slide it in there. But I wasn't that 50 Cent like, yo, did you steal that nigga French?
He's a little shit fly.
Oh, man. Dang, that's your
just
boy.
Don't understand.
It's your boy.
That is my boy. I want my boy to be sitting here with us talking. I'm trying to have a conversation with him.
Hit him up from your email. See if he comes through.
He know you. You don't know me.
I mean, shit. He might be better. Just to get him up in here. He see us. It's harder to fucking drop.
Good afternoon, Umar. This is Samuel Anthony from Urban
what do you think he
Christian
would do
Radio,
if he came
brother.
And he just came up. You think he would do it?
Do what?
The interview. If he just went through you, not me.
Oh, I tell you, no, hell no, he ain't doing it. He know me good enough now for you. Shit.
Yeah.
He's watched the video with you. Ain't said nothing about it. It's not that we want him to. Be in his best interest not to.
Yeah.
But
dang.
It would be. Because no jabbing. Just we're inviting you here, brother.
If you ain't had nothing to hide, he would definitely like to take a seat. You know what I mean? Ain't like we got like a.
It would only help him.
It's not like, not to toot our own horn, but our platform is not like tiny, small, where it's like 2-3 people listening. We get a good amount of people that listen to the product we put out. So it'll be beneficial, like you said.
I mean, you went on the Breakfast Club and they're there. But if they're there, we somewhere close. We did a couple 100,000 with you a couple times. You sitting here will get you a lot of attention.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So we're reaching out real soon, man. We got a few more things to tweak here on the set. It sound like the sound is great to me.
It's getting
I'm
there.
hoping it is. Yeah,
it's getting there.
Definitely.
We about 60% there, and I say that because I know how good once we get that other 40 it's going to sound. I'm excited.
Definitely.
I here putting out money and shit. This is what bosses do. Entrepreneurs do. Ain't out here getting no bag. We got receipts. Shit.
I gotta ask you this before we get out of here, Sam. Man, Lil Nas X released the video.
This nigga
Rodeo
Lil Nas X
with Nas. You heard the song already?
Yeah.
And what do you think? This video looking crazy right now. But anyway, what do you think about Nas getting on a song with Lil Nas X, man? You think it's desperation? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's desperation. I think Nas is out here getting the money, which is why I'm so confused and why he's chasing the money. This is obviously a money grab. It's a money grab like a motherfucker, ain't it? Why else would he be doing it? I mean, we were just talking about Nas last year doing $1 billion deals with Amazon and things like that. So I don't think the brother's
not at all
hurting for cash. I think he's pretty well off, but is he hurting for notoriety? Who knows? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, we'll talk about it tomorrow, Friday. We'll talk about it more tomorrow when you get a chance to see the video. I'm looking at the little clip here, and I'm gonna go on that tomorrow, man. Nas is my dude and everything, but I think it's a little bit of desperation.
So we'll get into it tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast is in the books, episode 309. Before we get out of here today, I gotta implore the people to do just a couple of things. Leave a comment, subscribe, but most importantly, hit the 5-star rating if you're listening to the audio version on any podcast platform if you want to help the podcast grow. And that's SamAnt over there, Viral Hip Hop News. I'm Old God Hip Hop News. Together, we form Voltron and make the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, man. You have a beautiful, beautiful day. Over and out. Peace. Rolls Royces and Benz and every new car to come out and got 100 chains on his neck. And talking all this trash about this. Nah, he's doing stuff where it can actually help people for the futures to come. So I agree, but then I also would say they're not really obligated. They should be because other groups of people know that it's like second nature. All right, I'm coming back. I'm giving back. I'm making sure that 50 people, 100 people can not just eat off of me, but be able to fish their own self, not just wait for me to fish for them, but make their own fish and build their own families. Right. And I think that's the difference, with a lot of these people. Great post though by Ms. Holmes, definitely.
Yeah, just to correct her, well over $1 billion. Jay-Z's $1 billion, probably about $3 billion in that office right now, maybe close to $4 billion. It's some money in there, and I agree with what you're saying as far as the hospitals, like Old God said, the schools, the banks. We can look back and act like it's hard or difficult all we want, but all you need is money. And those brothers got it. If they wanted to open a bank, we got black banks out here in the world. Not many, but there are some, right? Which means it's possible. Hospitals. I see Jewish hospitals. I see Asian communities. I see other nationalities flourishing within these grounds, within these territories, and able to do certain things. The difference is it's not like we're being held back. It's that the knowledge is what's being held back. And once we get to an age to where we're old enough to kind of go, okay, what's out here for us? The knowledge to attain certain things, certain wealth, certain ownerships, it's not in our repertoire. It's not in our bag. So we don't know how to do it. Therefore, we blame. But it's out there. They just got us so goddamn wrapped up and mind manipulated that we don't think so. We don't think it's attainable, and it's easily attainable. We sat back and started 3 businesses, built and constructed and gained a building with multiple rooms and studios, all under a Trump administration where if you listen to social media, weren't supposed to do any of that. Yeah. So don't believe what you hear all the time. It is attainable. So she definitely is on to something when it comes to when you see these brothers on yachts, when you see the cars, when you see this, when you see 50 Cent throwing these lavish car shows with $1 million cars, they got multiple Bentleys. You see them in shit all the time. Why not give back? But then, like you said, is it really their issue to give back? One could argue it.
If you care about your future.
Morally, of course.
Right.
Yeah, sitting here at this table, yes, we do. We could say that well off camera, we take care of business outside of here. But to just ask and beg the question, we ain't everybody. Everybody ain't us. Yeah. So is it right or is it wrong for them to go about their money a different way? Should we hold them accountable? One could argue. Yeah, and we do need more.
We need more because with that comes when you breed these type of people. I hate to use that word. You get more of this. Like, okay, entrepreneurs is a thing now. So you got an entrepreneur. You're teaching your son a whole community of entrepreneurs, a whole community of doctors, a whole community of people getting their own business. Whatever you do, just be an entrepreneur. Right. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be a doctor, have your own practice. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be a lawyer, have your own practice. That's because what we do. For the most part, we got sucked into the whole college thing and working for another company and being satisfied with maybe starting with 45 and maybe by the time you're done, you at 80. When you be making 100 something, you know, your first couple years in business and it keeps growing and then you can grow into franchises and get bigger and bigger. I think that we got, you know, not all of us, we got away from the entrepreneurship that we used to have, you know, early on in our sojourn in this country and went into the workforce for whatever reason. A lot of reasons, obviously. We got to get back to the entrepreneurship, I think.
And we will. And we are. And that's the good thing. And then what we do with that money, Yo Gotti said something real dope on the Breakfast Club. He said he got $100 million and thank God he got it now because 10 years ago, he wouldn't know what to do with it. And some people may not have understood what that meant. But when you get that kind of money and you don't understand what to do with it, you could ultimately fall harder than you've ever fell before in your life. And it could destroy you. Having that much money, if you don't know what to do with it, can destroy you. What do I mean by that? All right. So I could equate this easily to the drug game. Unless you the plug, you got to hand your money over to somebody. You take your cut, right? It don't matter how much money you got in America. There's always somebody higher. He's Uncle Sam, and you got to give him his cut. Now, there's certain ways to do certain business moves and things like that within the game to give him as less as possible. But the ultimate end all be all is you check to him, period.
Right. Absolutely.
So if you don't know that you owe that man some of that money, if you don't know that you owe taxes and certain things and don't do that properly or don't put that in an LLC or an S Corp and you just sitting there with that money.